Hey, in a news update for April the 12th, 2018, and of course it's Thursday. It's going to get warm today, highs around 76. Yep, that's right, 76, 7 and a 6. And also, folks, uh, let's talk about the dangers about 5G. Now, we're not trying to tell you this to scare you, or to make you afraid, or to make you think we're just doing doom and gloom here. No, we're telling you real stuff. I'm an IT person. We have looked at all the things about 5G and found out that 5G will make your skin dry out. Like imagine your hands having the skin of an older person because the 5G in the area is what is making your skin dry out. They said that might be one of the things that your skin will dry out. Another thing, they don't, how they're able to put this 5G up is that they don't classify the skin on the body, which is happens to be the largest organ in your body or on your body, is your skin. But how they classify it, how they can get around that, is by saying that your skin is simply not an organ at all. Really? Not an organ, huh? So that's how they put it up on the poles. The radiation it gives off is about 10 times as more dangerous than what's currently out 4G or 4G LTE. And all for the price of technology. Cancer will blossom. It's blossoming now. But when 5G goes up, it's going to really increase. And they say it's going to shorten the lifespan of all humanity and tear apart or change a person's DNA. So we don't even know what it's going to do there. And then not only that, it could ruin wildlife and ruin plants too. They say it will deplete possibly the atmosphere, make it thinner, or change the atmosphere because of all the radiation in the air and everything continuously from the pulses of these 5G things that are up on the poles or on beacon towers in places where they don't have poles, so they can get it in communities. Because that's what they'll do is put up towers where they don't have poles, so they'll be able to run power from that to that, so it can still deliver it to a community and still chain it and have it chained to where it goes to a pole. So that in areas where there ain't poles, like in rural areas, they would be able to do it in real country areas or rural areas or suburb areas where sometimes there's no poles because they're way out there in the country. But it says that it'll make the hairs on your skin vibrate. The epidermis and the innerdermis, that's the inner and outer layer of your skin. You have 3 layers of skin on your body. You have the epidermis, the middermis, and the innerdermis. And that's the first 2 layers of your skin will be affected by not only to mention the frequencies that it gives off are high frequencies, which will make your hair stand on, and it will do other things to your body, which we don't know what it will do. It's not good. It will make cancer explode a lot more than what it is already. It's not good to see cancer at the levels that it is currently, but it will make it a lot worse. So 5G is not worth it, the technology that's coming out. The FCC says they're just going to roll it out. That's what the leader said. The one that's the head of it said, we're just going to roll it out without testing it. And he wasn't joking or kidding around either. That's what he really said on regular television in front of everybody. So it's like they're going to put this up at the expense of killing a lot of people, and giving people lots of cancer and shortening people's lifespan just so that we can have faster internet. Well, I say no thank you to that. I say thumbs down to that. I said we need to find another way to have faster internet where it doesn't cause all these types of side effects and does things to our DNA and radiates us slowly and kind of slowly cooks us from the inside out. We don't need to be cooked as food ourselves while we're alive. We don't need our skin to be messed with. We don't need to be hit with high frequency pulses all the time, because that's not good for anything that's living, not just people, but animals too especially. So we don't know what it's going to do to the plant and wildlife and the insects and everything else. So there's a lot of bad things about 5G, and this is not to scare you but to inform you. Also, tensions are heating up with World War III. Any time now, something could go off between China and Russia and America uh, because of all the tensions that are surrounding the China Sea and all the activity out there. Something could go off anytime. Trump says everything is open on the table as a matter of discussing and or talking. Everything from hitting certain places in and around Syria, where they were told, the extremists were told they're not to Syrian gas the people there, but not to do it again, but they went ahead and did it again. So now they got to figure out what China and what Russia and America is going to do about this, because that was supposed to be, that should not have been done. It killed thousands of people and injured hundreds of more with this poison that they sprayed. Sarin gas, I think, is what it was, which is a form of tear gas. That's really what tear gas is sarin gas. Has the same or similar effects. I think it's a little bit more potent than tear gas, to tell you the truth. And it has U.S. all over the stuff. The weapons that they had, the guns, everything had USA on them. And the cans that they had on the ground, as it showed in the video, it said USA on them. But it's not the U.S. soldiers that did this. No, they were given to the people to use against these extremists. But somehow the extremists got their hands on the stuff that was supposed to be for the Syrian armies. And somehow they were able to intercept it, and they stole the stuff. It's pretty much what's happened. So now they all have got to come across it. They all have to have a conference. That's why Trump has stayed home from the South America trip that he was going to take to figure out what they're going to do in the next couple of days or week, to see what they're going to do as a response to what the extremist Muslim ISIS factions groups did over there in Syria. It was wrong. It was cruel. I mean, and like I exposed last night, they usually cause wars so they can secretly go in there and occupy it or take it over. That's what these Muslims do. These extremists go in there and move in and take over. And that's what they do. They create war and chaos, and then they go in and occupy it and take it over. And that's what we got to be careful of here in the United States. So we got a lot of Muslims here, and they could try to do that here. So we need to be aware of that and be watching out for that, so that doesn't happen no matter what. Because there's so many of them here. And I don't have a problem with Muslims. I think they're okay. But we need to be aware of that fact. And other stories, they have a new contest game at Fastmark. If you have the awards card like this, you need to go to Fastmark locations. But if you have the awards card that looks like this, see that? It's upside down. Looks upside down. No? If you have that card, you need to activate that online. You need to go to the website. It's on the back of this card. See that code down there? The 16-digit code? You'll have your own code, not that code. But you enter that in. You need to go to the website that's on this card. It's up there. You go to that website, and that's where you want to activate it. See the website right there? The website right there at the top. See it? Yeah, that website right there is where you want to go to activate your card. And then you'll have your own unique 16-digit code down at the bottom that you'll enter in. Then you got to come up with your 4-digit PIN. And that could be anything. You could use your social, your address, your birth date, maybe a combination. Who knows? But you got to come up with at least a 4-digit PIN. And when you activate that card, anything you get, certain merchandise has the thing fast. They got these new scratch tickets off. And what you do is you only scratch off 3. There's 9 squares there. And you can only scratch off 3 at a time. Because if you get 3 that match, then you win that prize. And you only get those tickets if you buy something that says fast on it. It'll have fast on it. It comes up the register, and then the cashier will give you those tickets because they're free, and it gives you a chance to earn more points and to win other prizes. So I think that's kind of unique. The grand prize is $1,000,000. So you can simply enter by going to that website on the site that says what you want to do is put that site in and put /sweepstakes. $1,000,000 or sweepstakes or $1,000,000 sweepstakes, I think is what it is, / after that website. And it'll take you there and you just fill it in and you get a free entry to play the same thing online through your phone or through your tablet or computer. And then you can earn points which get added to your balance if you win automatically. Because you put in your password, whatever it is. If it's your birth year when you're born or whatever, or your dress or whatever. Birth date, whatever. Your social security, last 4 digits or whatever. Whatever you use, bank code, whatever. Has to be 4 digits. Or you can just make up your own digit. But you put that in, and that'll allow you to have a chance to be entered to win $1,000,000. And then they have all kinds of other cool prizes you can win. Like you can win extra points on free merchandise from Fastmart. At all participating Fastmarts are doing this, not just here in Mechanicsville. They've had Fastmarts in North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina. I think they have them in Tennessee. I think so. I could be wrong, but I think so. They're in a lot of states, I think they're in Florida, too. So, Fastmarts, I've seen them in Henrico, too. So they're everywhere. You just got to find one that's near to you. I hope where I'm moving, where I live, I hope there's one close by where I can walk to and continue to use that card so I can get more points added to it. You know what I mean? Because that's like money. You get 100 points, that's $1. Every 100 points you get, that's like $1, a real dollar. So you can buy stuff that's worth a real dollar, which is pretty cool. Especially when you don't have money on you. That helps you out, So anyway, think about that. And you can use it to fill your gas tank, too, with those points. You can use it for merchandise in the store, anything you want. Or you can use it to pay for your gas, as you build it up. You can use it sometimes, and it's like getting free gas. Well, it ain't really free, but in a way it is when you use the card. But you got to activate this card online, like I said. So anyway, take advantage of that and try to find merchandise that has Fast on it so you can get those free tickets, scratch tickets. All right? And you might win some cool prizes, too, in the process. Or you can just play it online. All right. So anyway, all things have been quiet. Yesterday, I was in my apartment, and I didn't really tell all this as in detailed. But yesterday I heard Barbara yelling real loud out from inside her apartment saying, "Get away from my door. Stop messing with my door." And I kept hearing her yelling this, "I know you're out there messing with my door. Stop messing with it." And of course I was in my apartment the whole time. I wasn't even outside. So I opened the door towards the end and she stopped. And at the same time I heard all these kids getting off the bus. So then I proceeded to lock my door and to go to my uncle because he's not feeling, Uncle Jim's house where he lives in his apartment in the next building over. And as I was leaving, she started yelling. She says, "Michael, stop effing with my door. Stop messing with my door. Stop it. Quit it." And of course I wasn't even near her door ever. I mean, it's just like another lie, like all the other lies that she's propagated and made up. It's just really sad to see that a woman could be so emotionally disturbed, mentally disturbed, to be making things up like this on me, constantly harassing me, and lying the whole time, constantly. It's like one attack viciously after another. And this morning she got up around 9:30 to go over to the landlord's office for about a half an hour to talk to her buddy Janine and give her some information on me. I mean, the landlord already knows that I'm still living here, so it's no new information like Barbara's got some information. Because Barbara don't have any information. Janine already knows. So she's over there going over there in her pajamas, wearing her old t-shirt like she's moving or something, or like clothes she slept in, and some old jeans looking like, she's poor, even though she's got a lot of nice clothes. So she goes over there looking like that, trying to look like she don't have a lot of stuff. And nice things, even though she does. And she goes over there and talks to the landlord for about an hour. giving her the update on me and all, letting her know, be sure, because she's salivating at the mouth because she wants me out of here, man. And she's just letting her know because she's got to let her know because it's all about the plan to get me out of here any way they can, as they said over and over again. But that's pretty much what's happened, pretty much. And that's what happened on April 11th at 4 o'clock p.m. in the evening. And as I was leaving to go to my uncle's house. This is what I deal with all the time. I mean, she's done this stuff before, saying I was messing with her door. And, I've heard her door open and slamming and open and shutting. And the only thing is nobody's coming in or out of her door. But she'll open and shut it, and she'll come on outside and look around. And like what Kathy said to me tonight, she heard all that stuff. She thought the girl was crazy upstairs. Because I wasn't even here, because she saw me leave, and she was yelling, cussing and calling my name and saying I was messing with her door, and I wasn't even here. Just like the windows, I wasn't here for that either. Just like saying I was in her computer, I wasn't doing that either. It's just more of the same, Just one slanderous accusation after another, piled on, folks. This is the way this cat plays it. And she's got other friends that lie and they're in on it too, like 3 bullies in the barnyard. And they're all picking on me. That's what they've been doing since they moved over here in this building. And of course, one's out of here. But it wasn't my fault that he got out of here. But I'm sure he's still talking to them on the outside, calling and texting and all that. They still contact through some ways. But that's what happened today. And I was over there at my uncle's, and they were fixing his roof from the windy storm that we had I think it was about a month or two ago, about a month and a half ago. So they finally just fixed the roof today. That was good. And they've fixed our roof too here over at Building 4 where we lost shingles. So they'll be going around. If they haven't been to your building, they'll be coming. So you'll be hearing some noises in your building probably tomorrow, because they were over here fixing some over here on our side today. So they may be over on your side of the highway tomorrow and the next couple of days. No letter was sent out about this. Usually when somebody's going around doing this kind of work, they usually send out a letter to let all tenants know that this is going on, so they can be prepared and be ready for it, so they don't get scared or wonder where all that noise is and all the ruckus is, But no letter was sent out. I didn't get one. I don't know if everybody else got one, but I didn't get one, and I don't think anybody else did either. She didn't send nothing out, so that was kind of weird. Usually they let you know before they come. But anyway, that's kind of what's happened here thus far. But anyway, if we have any more in the news stories, we will let you know. Keep it right here on In the News Update. And that was another news story that was in the can. I hope everybody has a good day. Be safe, everyone. Stay pretty. Stay wise. And always be loving to people, even ones you don't understand. And always share with people, even if they're not always sharing or caring with you. Take care, everyone.